today's project diary I will show you how to collect, harvest and save bean seeds. Hi and welcome to Project Diaries. In today's video I'm going to teach you how to collect, harvest and save bean seeds. Now as you can tell, my hoodie's on and the temperature's really dropping over the autumn, and now is the perfect time to do this. Now there are quite a few techniques that people do, different ways of collecting these seeds, but I'm going to show you the way that I do it. And basically your seed or your plant wants to go through its entire life cycle of obviously going from seed to seedling to plant to producing either a flower, fruit or a vegetable, and then it will go back into a seed phase, which is the perfect time for you to do it. But throughout the growing season you don't really want to do this too early, because your plant will then think it's gone through its cycle and it will start shutting down. So if you are going to harvest seeds on any plant or vegetable, it's always better to do it later on in the season, like in autumn. So I'm just going to go outside and show you how to do this now. So these are runner beans, and you'd usually harvest these around this stage when they're really young. But as you can see, these ones are plumping out a little bit more. Now picking runner beans at this stage would make them really stringy and inedible. But what you want to do is leave the pods on the vine so they look like this. They're starting to go transparent, brown and really dry and crispy. Now you can use this same technique with any heirloom bean that you're growing. But if it's been raining, you want to leave these on the vine a little bit longer and allow them to dry out as much as possible. As you can see, this is a perfect example. It's looking really old, and even if you shake the pod you can hear the beans are loose inside. So now the pods are inside, it's really easy to harvest the beans from this. You can squeeze them on the side and they should just crack open really easy due to the dryness. So what you're looking for now is a really plump, shapely bean that doesn't look misshapen or mouldy. Now many beans come in many different shapes, sizes and variations of colour. Just look out for the variety you've been growing and then study them to see if there's any mould, cracks or deformities within the bean itself. You also want to look out for any mould or cracks within the skin. There are a certain beetle that can lay their larvae with inside the bean itself, and if these hatch while you're overwintering them, they could end up eating your entire harvest and you'll have nothing for next year. But thankfully all these are looking really plump, really healthy, and apart from this one here, they're all going to be perfectly fine for next year. Now if you're growing beans for eating, the best time for harvesting can differ according to variety. Some beans, such as these runner beans, are at their best for eating when they're really young. You can eat the entire part of this bean, including the outside, and sometimes you can even take the younger stems off the vine and eat them raw. But when the beans are allowed to mature and grow much bigger like these ones, they're actually poisonous. But you can still eat them as long as you boil them for 20 minutes or so. If you're growing anything new and adding it to your diet, I always suggest do your own research first before eating them. So it's basically as simple as that. Now you want to do around 5 to 10 different pods, because you'll get so many different bean seeds out of this. You won't need to grow as many next year unless you want to grow loads. Basically these seeds will only last a year or two at tops. So basically once you've harvested the beans like this, you don't want to put these in a plastic container like this. I'm just doing this to show you. There will still be some residual moisture within the beans. So you basically want to put these somewhere really cool, dark and dry for the next week or two, and really allow that moisture to come out of these beans. And then once you've done that, you can create my how to make free seed packets link here, or you can just put them in somewhere dry or a container until next year. Again, you want to keep those dry and cool as long as you can until you want to plant them next spring. But that's how to do that. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again next time. If you'd like to keep up to date on all of my future releases, click the subscribe button here. Here are some links to some of my other videos. And if you've tried this or any other project, I'd love to see your progress, so please join my Facebook gardening group where thousands of people are sharing photos and ideas daily. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.